Our faith isn't an idea, it's not a theory, it's an encounter with a person. And so a pilgrimage to the Holy Land is precisely that, to go with that desire to encounter the person.
We ask ourselves, who are we? Well, we're children of God. Well, here's God himself, God incarnate, walking these streets.
I look at the Holy Land as a big geographical, sacramental.
At first, when we walked into the church in Bethlehem and we saw all the hanging lights and all the glitter and gold, and you go down and there's this gold thing on the bottom, your first sensibility is, oh, it's so much. And then you realize that if the Lord of the universe took on human flesh and was born, if you could stud the floor with diamonds, it wouldn't be enough.
We got to walk the path where Christ walked when he carried the cross. We got to see the hill where Christ was crucified. Getting to be at these locations really energized my faith and gave sort of a picture to my faith.
It's always interesting to me that St. Jerome described the Holy Land as a fifth gospel, because when you experience the Holy Land, suddenly the four gospels come to life.
St. Josemaria had tremendous devotion to the humanity of Christ. His typical way of praying was to enter into the gospel scenes and really imagine himself in those different gospel events. And even in his own meditations, he would kind of describe the terrain of the Holy Land.
Te vas leyendo despacito el Santo Evangelio y te metes ahí con un personaje más.
It had been St. Josemaria's dream to come on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, but because of the regional circumstances at the time, he was not able to do so.
Bishop Del Portillo is a very important figure in the history of Opus Dei. He was the first successor of the founder of Opus Dei, St. Josemaria Escrivá.
Venerable Álvaro del Portillo made a pilgrimage to the Holy Land in March of 1994. On the final day, he celebrated Mass in the cenacle, where Jesus celebrated the first Mass at the Last Supper. He returned to Rome and died early the next morning. His successor said, we need to build a retreat and conference center in the Holy Land, and we'll name it after Álvaro del Portillo, through the nickname that St. Josemaria gave him, which was Saxum, which is a Latin word for bedrock, because he was a man of great faith.
When I was a senior in high school, we got this great opportunity to go on a trip to the Holy Land and to Rome. We had an incredible opportunity to meet Don Álvaro del Portillo. I was struck with his holiness. It felt like I was in the presence of a saint.
St. Josemaria had dreams for the Holy Land. One of them was to set up a conference center where people could come from all over the world to renew their spiritual life. It will not be a hotel, it will not be a bed and breakfast. Saxum will be a peaceful environment where people from different backgrounds can work together, and the Multimedia Resource Center will offer background information about our common roots, and it will be a place where pilgrims can study the scriptures and go deeper into their knowledge of the historical, archaeological, and literary context of the scriptures, so as to enhance their faith.
Christians in the Holy Land understand very well the convenience of fostering initiatives that will help pilgrims all around the world to get to know better the life of Christ.
Saxum affords the opportunity for people to kind of combine the pilgrimage with the retreat. It's like the best of both worlds.
It's a wonderful achievement to be able to have a real estate where you can build a conference center near Jerusalem. Emmaus is only 6 miles from Jerusalem. That's where Jesus walked on the road to catch up to the disciples who had lost their hope.
Any sign of growth of the Christian church in Israel is light shining in darkness, and we're looking forward to its fruits very hopefully.
The prelate of Opus Dei has been asking many people around the world to pray for this project and to help.
I would also encourage all of the people to think about how they can support this financially. And this is something that we can do with a missionary spirit to make sure that the church has these firm foundations in the Holy Land.
the concept of Saxum and so on is a question of faith. It's a question of faith. So it's going to happen.
Jose Maria Escrivá and Álvaro del Portillo banished a number of words from their vocabulary, and one was tomorrow, and the other one is impossible, that there's nothing impossible with God. If something fails, it's not because of lack of means, it's because of a lack of faith or lack of spirit.
Bishop Álvaro del Portillo would irradiate peace and serenity at all times. We want the Saxum project, which bears his nickname, to be that instrument to foster peace.
St. Josemaria used to say, may you seek Christ, may you find Christ, may you love Christ. If those words of St. Josemaria grab your heart, you'll have a hunger to be in the Holy Land, because you're seeking Christ. There you will find where he was, and your love for him will deepen.